All right. Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes.
I hope everyone had a great new year. I know I did. And I'm excited to start a new year, as I'm sure all of you are as well. Really excited about that. So as I was talking a little earlier before we started recording, that as I was putting this presentation together, you know, I thought, oh, I just have a few slides, and I think we're over 80 slides. So that tells you we have a lot of information to share today. I got really excited. And then I got really excited because I wanted some distributors to help me because they had some great information that they were sharing, I was seeing. So I have 4 distributors joining us today too as our guest, along with Bob. So really excited about that. So let's get going. I mean, I don't want to hold anybody up. I know we all have very busy schedules, but very excited to share a lot of great information with all of you today. So I hope you came prepared with your goals. And if not, this is a great opportunity for you to start putting your goals together when we share all of the great things that you're going to be able to participate in. So, all right, so let's go. We're going to start off today with just welcoming our new distributors. We didn't have a lot of incentives and things for you last year. They were the first part of December, so we already recognized those, but I wanted to welcome our new distributors that joined us in December, and first start off with our associate distributors. So Bob, do you want to help me read these names? Tell them where they're from.
Okay, we got Brendan from Hawaii, Kathy from Rhode Island, Brandy from New England, and Tracy from South Carolina.
All right. What is NE? I don't think that's New England. Nebraska?
Nebraska.
All right. Well, welcome to all of our associate distributors. And then we have our auto ship distributors here. We have 2 pages of these. So I must have got Brendan confused here because he's on both lists, but that's okay. You get 2 shout outs, Brendan. Then we have, I think it's Lisa from Colorado, Nancy from South Carolina, Jamie from Michigan, Nikki from New York, Martha from Tennessee, George from West Virginia, Parker from New York, and James from New Mexico. And how about these, Bob? One more list here, if I can turn it over. There we go.
Okay, Lynette from California, Maurice from PA, Deborah from Kentucky, Dana from Arizona, Janice from Minnesota, Cheryl from West Virginia, Brenda from Minnesota, Maribel from California, and Laura from South Carolina.
Yeah. So welcome everybody. And hopefully we have a lot of new people on this call because there's a lot of information that they're going to want to know. So I wanted to look at our January enrollments. Now we covered these last month, but I like to review for people that maybe haven't watched the video or weren't there. So just to remind you of our January enrollment offers. So you have that product bundle where you'll get 2 16-ounce candles, 2 bags of melts, 5 catalogs, and 5 fundraiser brochures for that $59.95. And of course, you also have your tax and shipping. That would be on top of that. And then we have your second option of the $59.95, which gets you those $59.95 in Bellabucks, or the $124.95 Bellabuck offer that gets you $150. But for the 1st through the 15th, we have something going on where not only does the new person get bonus 25 Bellabucks, but so does the upline. So really, the new person is getting 175 Bellabucks if they join the 1st through the 15th. Now the upline, you're going to get that bonus 25 the entire month. But for your new person, it's the 1st through the 15th. So we have a couple new flyers that I'll put out there for you. So just a couple new product. I love this first one because it's got that chocolate dipped strawberry and the pomegranate in it. So that's in there, but just kind of show you the product offerings. And it's strictly, especially for the 1st through the 15th, where it shows that $124.95 gets you 175 Bellabucks. That's over 340 retail, guys, when they redeem that Bellabuck. So that is an incredible offer. And I love too, this one, we have the melts and the little Bella bars in there to show you too as well.
That's a great, sign up tool, and you got to do it quick because on the 15th, I'm having chest pains already, and it's only the 4th. So yeah, it's a great opportunity. A lot of extra product and some extra profit for people. So yeah, great opportunity going into 2021.
Yes, it is. All right. So let's see, what do we have next on there? So February auto ships. So we talked about these two last months as well. So again, on the first, if you want to be billed on the first, that's the product bundle. So that's going to be the 2 16-ounce candles and a bag of melts in the fragrance of the month. And so that fragrance of the month is pomegranate. So that's what they'll be getting, is the pomegranate for February. Nope, I lied. For February, I'm not telling you what that is yet. You're going to find that out on the 5th. Yes. On the 15th, I'm going to tell you what that fragrance is. So I almost gave something away, Bob. Usually you're the one doing that, not me.
I know. They call me rubber lips.
So that's going to be the product bundle. But so moving forward, you're going to know that'll be our new fragrances that we release. That will be in that product bundle. And then if you want to be billed on the 3rd for your $100 and get that 110 Bella bucks, that's that offer. And then you also have on the 5th or the 10th, where it's $39.95 for 25 Bella bucks. And all of those get you a website as well. And you want to make sure that you make your selections prior to Friday, January 22nd. Get those done by the 22nd so that it makes those changes for the next month. And I wanted to show you really quickly a print screen of what that looks like. So here's somebody that's currently, they have the product one. So they're going to be billed on the 1st. So if you currently have your billing on the 1st, but you don't want the product, you need to go in and change this, okay? If you are perfectly fine with what you have, then just leave it alone. So this just shows you that I'm currently on the product auto ship and I'm going to be billed on the 1st. So if you see that with that arrow and you're fine with what you have, that's great. Otherwise, you go down below and click what you want to change it to, and then you hit save. And then here's one where someone's on the auto ship for the 3rd. So they're getting the 100, where they're going to get the 110 points. So they're paying $100 for 110 of those Bella bucks.
And the free
so
website.
Again, if you, yep, and the website, all of these include your free website. So as long as you're okay with it, you don't have to make any changes. But if you want to make a change, now's the time to do it so that it will take place for your February auto ship. So pretty easy.
So let me jump in.
All right.
Somebody, let me jump in for a second. Somebody called this morning and their auto ship is the 5th and they wanted us, or the 1st, and they wanted us to change it to the 5th. We can't do it in-house while the auto ships for the 1st through the 10th are in process. So you have to go in your back office to make that change, because if I changed it today, then she would run again on the 5th because it hasn't happened yet. So if you make the change in your back office, it's a February change. It's not January. So like I said, if you want product, stay on the 1st. If you're on the 1st and you want points, change to the 5th or 10th. And if you're selling 5 to 7 candles a month, jump on the $100 one and save 25 bucks a month.
Love it. All right. And then I wanted to continue with our top sellers. No, these are not going to be your top sellers in January because we're moving into a different season. But this is a great tool for you to remember for next year. So when you're getting ready for your 4th quarter business, you'll have this list, and I'll post it out there like I always do. But I wanted you to see how things trended for December. So we had in our signature, you can see through the top 8, Hearth and Home was #1. I think it was like that last month too. So, and when I look at these categories, I'm showing you when you see that 3% of total units sold. So of these categories, signature was 3% of all of those candles that we sold from our 4 categories that I'm going to show you. That's what that means on that slide. So there's your top 8 in order of how they sold for signature. Then we have our 9-ounce, which is 15% of our total sales from these product lines. And I did the top 10 here. So Home for Christmas, I think that was last month too. And then Christmas Pine, Sweet Orange and Chili Pepper, Snowberry Pine, and Candy Cane were your top 5. So good information. And then we have in our melts, look at that, Sweet Orange and Chili Pepper was #1 in the melts, which normally for December, you get a lot of those Christmas fragrances. So you can see how popular that Sweet Orange and Chili Pepper is. And our melts are 18% of our total units out of these four categories of product lines. So then last but not least, we have our 16-ounce, which you can see our 16-ounce, that's where the bang is, right, Bob? 65% of our sales from those come from our 16-ounce candles. So that is huge. So I shared the top 20 there, and no surprise there that, look at that, Romance was #1 in December. And the chocolate chip strawberry was in the top 10. So you guys were really excited about those. And I'm seeing a lot of sales come through for those today, especially with those being on the website that started today. So really exciting. Again, I will post these out there for you, but I wanted you to see those through this event as well. And then I also talked through our product release strategy. So I just wanted to show that to you again as we're going through this, because people have been a little confused of, I don't understand. I thought that pomegranate was live for everybody today. And remember, I talked about that 6-week release strategy, right? So when we have a new fragrance like pomegranate, we'll use that as a perfect example. We're going to tell you about it 2 weeks in advance before you can buy it. We're going to give you the social media tools. We want you to go out there and shout it from the rooftops that you've got a new fragrance coming, and give you all the information that you need. Take pre-orders, do whatever you want. Then for the next 2 weeks, it's available like it is right now to distributors. And why is that important? Because for a distributor, you want to have the time to order that candle, get it, experience it, right? You want to burn it. You want to be able to tell your own story about it. This is a new fragrance. How did it make you feel? What does it remind you of? And that's what sells, right? They want to hear your personal story. So that gives you the opportunity to have the chance, because again, shipping times, if it's going across the country, it could take a week to get there. That's why the 2 weeks to get it to you. And then on the 15th, pomegranate will be released to everybody. So it will be through your websites. So that's when we talk about that release schedule, that's how it works. All right, I'm going to mute everybody here again. So Bob, just unmute yourself. All right, that's better. All right, so that's the product release strategy. Nothing's changed. I just wanted to, I'd had some questions on that, so I wanted to reiterate why we're doing that strategy. And it works. I mean, that's exactly how we did it with the Halloween fragrances. You remember candy corn? That's how we did it. And you guys sold the tar out of it. So that's what it is. That's marketing plan. And I know it's new, and everything new takes a little getting used to, but I think you guys are going to love it. And I've been getting asked, Kim, can you please tell us what those 25 fragrances are? So here they are. Here are your top. I'm not going to read them all to you, but here are the top, the 25 fragrances that were top sellers consistently throughout the year that will be in your annual catalog. All right. So here's what they are, and they're going to be available in the 16 ounce, the 9 ounce, and the medium ounce, so that you know consistently with your customers, they're always available across these 3 product lines. All right. And we're shooting, I put available February, but we're really hoping to get this available earlier than that, especially at least online to get it on the website. But we're still working through getting the first draft of that and working through everything. But I at least wanted you to have these fragrances, and I'll post this out there as well for everybody. So exciting. I know you're all probably taking print screens. I'll give you a minute. Take your little print screens and
I think a couple are missing on the bottom. Does everybody see all of them?
I think so. Yeah.
What's after Slate?
The last one I see is Slate and Stone.
Sweet orange and chili pepper. Okay, let me read them to you. I'll read them to you. So it's angel wings, apple cinnamon, banana nut bread, chili vanilla, cinnamon raisin bun, citrus and sage, coconut mango, coconuts and lime, creme brulee, cucumber melon, eucalyptus, French lavender, French vanilla, fresh laundry, grandma's kitchen, herbal spa, hot apple pie, key lime pie, lilac, melon margarita, ocean mist, the new pomegranate, sandalwood and vanilla, slate and stone, and sweet orange and chili pepper. There's your 25 lineup. And again, I'll put this out there in a PDF and also in the image so that you guys can share this and have it as well. All right, so spring summer fundraising is almost upon us too, because you know that is going to be officially starting on February 1st. But we wanted to give you the tools as early as possible. Now, the brochure isn't quite ready. I got the proof today, and I'll be sending him over some minor changes. So hopefully we'll have that within the next couple weeks available for you guys to purchase. But we wanted to give you, like we did last time, remember that beautiful 2-page flyer? So Tom put this updated flyer together. So you can either print it front and back or do 2 pages, but this will be a great document, also be in a PDF and images that you can send to your organization. So it gives you all 15 of the fragrances, and obviously gives you all of the reasons that Mia Bella's makes a difference with our great palm wax and natural wax. So you have all of that information on this great flyer, and it has the effective date on there. Obviously, February 1st through July 31st is when our spring summer fundraising will be available to all of you. But I wanted to have join us Denise Malitsky. She is like the guru of spreadsheets and everything for fundraisers. She's always been my go-to gal, even when I was at Gold Canyon, because she's so talented in this area. But she has put together a lot of great tools that she wanted to share with all of you. So I wanted her to join us and go through each one of them one by one and explain how she uses them. And again, these are all just, if you want to use them, great. If not, they're a tool. So use them however you want, but we wanted to share them with you. So Denise, are you there?
I'm here. Thanks, Kim.
There she is. All right. So welcome. Denise is joining us from Dyer, Indiana, and look at her beautiful family. And this is just from this Christmas, right? Your daughter just got engaged, right?
She did. So the one standing behind her is my new future son-in-law. Yes, I did not have another son-in-law.
He's bringing some height into the family, I see.
Well, we keep telling her that that's her chance for someday to have normal-sized children, because she is the shortest in the family. We give her grief all the time. But yes, that was from this Christmas. So we were lucky enough that we were all able to spend it together.
Great.
Well, good. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you joining us today, because you've put some great tools together. So I wanted to start with the fundraising form. And the reason Denise did this too is we don't have the brochures right now. So this is a great tool for you to use if you have, and I think it was Patrice Letty that she was already meeting with an organization and she needed something now. So Denise put this together. So walk them through this for us, Denise.
Okay, so this is just, it's going to look mostly just like the brochure that you'll be able to receive once we have ours available. Oh, somebody just drew a red line through it. But it's going to give you all the information your sellers need, your seller name, the phone number, obviously the candle price, so that you can include whatever price you're selling your candles for, and a due date, right? So this was based on 40%, and each organization will get $8 from there. They can fill out the name, their phone number, all that other stuff, and it gives them a tally sheet, or you can tally across, you can tally down. So it's just going to make it a little bit easier when you go to either an individual tally sheet or an organization tally sheet, which we'll go through next. So this is just kind of the basic form right now, up until the new ones. This can always be downloaded and printed. And I believe it is set up in legal size, because there is no way we can get this on an 8.5 by 11 if anybody wants to read anything. Okay, we can go to the next one, Kim. Okay, so then we go to the individual seller master order form. So depending on how you do your fundraising, everyone does it a little bit different. If you are going to send this out and then you want each individual who's selling to complete a master order form, so it's really easier for you to just whip through those orders when you're tallying everything up. There's a document out there, and this one is going to show $27 as the candle cost on the bottom, but the document, the Excel spreadsheet that's actually created, has pricing from $23, and I think it's to $27 in 50-cent increments. Each sheet is a different one. So if you are not Excel savvy, it's in Excel and in PDF that you can just actually go and print it out. You could slap a label on it, do whatever you need, but you would provide this. I believe Kylie calls them her pink sheets. So good to print on a different color, right? So that your individual sellers are not going to miss this if you want them to individually tally. It will just do the job and do it quickly. It also helps so that if, you know, you tally it up and they owe you $150, you make sure that whoever the organizer is, make sure that they're collecting that $150 from it. It just helps to get the dollar amounts and your quantities out there. Okay, the next one. And now this is a master order form for the organization. So again, it's going to depend on whether or not you as a distributor are doing the master for them. Are you collecting just the individual tally sheets that we saw, or the individual forms, or are you asking your organization to do the complete tally for the organization so that they would be the ones to take the individual forms, tally them all up, and give you the quantities? It's just going to walk them through step by step, again, doing the calculations. They're going to multiply, and then they're going to figure out what the profit is. You have room to fill out your information. This is a personal thing for every organization and for every distributor to make. So these are just forms that are out there to use. I will tell you personally, I do the master order form because I like to see the forms. I like the control to make sure that I've not miscounted. But again, there are others who don't do this. So it's up to you which way you do it. We're just providing the forms. And then this one is for distributor use only. This is a spreadsheet that I developed many years ago. And it would be taking, so on the left-hand side, I would type in the individual seller and I will type in the quantities for that tally sheet, right? And when you tally it and you go all the way across, if you see down on the left-hand on the bottom where it says Mia Bella fundraiser order, that little section will automatically calculate so that I can just print that out, go right into the back office and type in the quantities that I need. It helps to calculate everything out. If you're not versed in Excel, you may not want to use this, but this is a lifesaver for me because if I ever have a mistake, I can go back and identify, was it something that a seller, I can go back and compare my sheets. So I can go back and compare, did I put it in wrong? Did the seller put it in wrong? Did they, not tally correct down? It's made my life a whole lot easier. I have a whole process, as I'm sure many of you do, into how I type going across, but then I pull candles from the bottom so that at the end, the ultimate goal is when the fundraiser comes in and we've done all the sorting that we don't have mismatched candles on the table at the end and everybody gets their correct order. So this is just one of those things that helps me. There's a second sheet that goes on, and the reason I say that this is not for an organization is there is a second sheet that goes on behind this, and it will calculate individual totals. It will carry the names from the first to the second so that if you have an organization that they are raising for their own individual funds, their own accounts, it will also help calculate it out. And it also has the profit written into it, which is why this is for distributor use only and not to give to an organization, so that you're not revealing all of what your costs and what your profits are. And they're all available. And if you have any questions, you need any help, find me on Facebook. I'm happy to help you walk through it. I can help you. I can't help you find your mistakes, but I can give you all my tips on how I found mine.
Learn from yours, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because we all know there's nothing worse than trying to figure out where those extra candles belong or the missing ones were put.
Oh, yes. Especially when you're dealing with kids, right? And all these different order forms coming in. It's a little crazy madness, but right. A good crazy. But, oh, well, thank you very much, Denise. I really appreciate this. I know, I love spreadsheets. I know, like you said, not everybody does, but I do like them. Helps keep us organized. So that's a plus. Yes. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. All right. So you all know that we released a new rewards plan, right? So that's no surprise. Just wanted to show you really quick what that looks like. So I have this out there for you too. This is the latest version, the pretty version, I call it. And so we have that out in a PDF and also an image for all of you. But with the rewards plan, obviously I like to give some recognition. So we've been talking about our 2021 recognition plan. So I'm really excited to share this with you because I really wanted to make something that rewarded really something for everyone. Whether you just want to sell, you want to build a team, or you want to do both, there really is something for everyone. So hopefully when you're watching this and you're seeing this, this will help. Again, we talked about the goals. Look at it and say, what is it you want? Because I'm hoping you want something out of what I show you. And I'm going to let you know a lot of these things are mock-ups because I don't have final versions of things. So just keep that in mind. And it's my mock-ups and I'm not a designer, so be kind. But I just want to let you know, so I do have some images in here. But I just wanted to give you an idea because I'm a visual person. So I wanted you to be able to get a good idea of what we're talking about. So the first one is called our Sellers Circle. So obviously that's pretty obvious, right? For those of you who love to sell, let's look and see what that looks like. So every quarter, we are going to introduce different levels for you. So we're looking at first quarter right now. So first quarter is January through March. So for your sales, now this is cumulative. So if your January maybe isn't as good as you wanted, but you do super in the next 2 months, it's okay. It's not, you don't have to have this amount each month. It's cumulative of the 3 months, okay? So you can see here, I'm gonna move my little window here. So how it has is you start 900 to 1799.99, all right? So that's gonna be the first level. And you can see I have it all by metals, okay? So that's the levels that you're gonna be earning, and I'll show you what that means a little bit. So if you have 900 between that 1799.99, you're gonna get 5%. And really, I look at this as this is giving you a raise. Now, I know it's in Bella Bucks, but what do you do with Bella Bucks? You buy product and you sell that product. So that's how I'm looking at this, is you're going to earn additional 5% in your income, if just by selling, just by doing what you love and selling. So that first level, you can earn up to 90 Bella Bucks, which is the brass level. The second level is at 1,800 to the 2699.99, which bumps you up to 6%. So that's up to 162 in free Bella Bucks, and that's the bronze level. Then the copper level is the 2,700 to 3,599.99. So that bumps you up to 7%. So you can get up to 252 in Bella Bucks. And then our next level of silver is 3,600 to 4,499.99, gets 9%. Notice you get a little bump in there. So instead of just going up 1%, you went up 2% from 7 to 9. So that can get you up to 405 Bella Bucks, which is our silver level. And then 4,500 to 599.99. Look at that, 3% more at 12%. That gets you up to 720 Bella Bucks for that gold level. And then our final level of platinum, if you have 6,000 or more in the first quarter, 15% additional income. So that can get you $900 or more. And there's no cap on that, like we've done in the other incentives. So this will replace our monthly incentives that we've been doing for sales. It's now on a quarterly basis. And again, all about consistency and helping with consistency. So let's take a look at what do you get for each one of these levels. So here's the rewards. So for brass, you're going to get a brass seller circle charm. And I'm doing charms because I want them to be able to be men or women, right? Because we know we have both in the company. So a charm can be used either as a necklace, like you can see, I have one. This is what it kind of looks like. It just doesn't have the logo on it, but it can be on a necklace. It could be on a bracelet or a keychain for gentlemen. So any way you want to wear them, you'll have the option to do that. They'll come initially with a chain, the first one, but you can wear them however you like. So then you have brass, bronze, copper, silver, gold, and platinum will all come with its own little charm. And so the way it's going to work is for Q1, you will only earn them one time, right? So I'm not, every time you hit it, I'm not going to give you one. But if you hit, say in first quarter, you go all the way up to gold. We're going to send you brass, bronze, copper, silver, gold. Okay, you'll get all of those. So, but if you go back and hit bronze again the next quarter, I'm not sending you another bronze. You already earned it. So you can only earn it one time. Okay, I just want to make sure that was clear. And I kind of have it down here in the bottom. So Q1 means in Q2, you'll receive a charm for each level that you earned. And then moving forward, you can see QT for second quarter, and third quarter, you'll receive the charm for the first time highest level that you achieved. So you can see that breakdown. And, you know, I'm saying second quarter, I'm still working with the vendors to find the timelines and things like that. So I'll communicate with you as if there's any kind of delays on these, but the plan is to have them in your hands by second quarter, by the end of second quarter. So that's what that looks like. So let's see, here's a little mock-up of what that looks like. So I wanted you to see that it's going to be, it's not just printed, so it's kind of like three-dimensional type look. But here's kind of what that's going to look like with the seller circle is you'll have the logo on the front, and then you'll have on the back, it'll say Mia Bella's seller circle, and you can see the different colors. And again, these are mock-ups, so use your imagination, but that's kind of what they're going to look like for all of you. So hopefully we're going to see you all wearing all of these different medals, however you choose to wear them. So that's what the seller circle looks like. So let's take a look. I think I missed oh, that's all right. This is for our silver and gold. So remember the new rewards plan, we start at silver and gold. So we're going to have a quarterly recognition publication. So everybody that promotes to a silver will have their name published in that publication as well as gold. But when you hit gold is when we will create a customized image with your name, your title, and the month and year of the promotion, and your pretty face on there. So you'll have to send me a photo. So here's an example of what that's going to look like starting at gold. All right, so here's what that's going to look like. It'll have your photo and everything like I just mentioned. So really nice, professional looking, and we'll get to recognize all of you and see your pretty faces. So Love that. And this will be for every level above this. So starting at gold, you get this, and then moving forward, you'll also get it. So let's take a look. We had a seller circle, right? That was about selling. Now let's take a look about director circle, which is more about building the team. But remember what I said, if you want to do both, knock yourself out. You can do both. So here's where the director circle starts. So at director, again, when you start with that 5 personally sponsored frontline, you have your 100 personal volume and 2,500 group volume. Once you hit that, you are now part of our director circle. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So for the rewards, we are going to start off. So everyone who promotes to a director will have this charm. So it'll look very similar to what the seller circle, but it will have our director logo on that, the director circle. So they're a little bit different from each other. And again, I don't know if you can see, but this is kind of similar to what it's going to look like, the size. And again, we talked about getting that customized recognition image with your photo, but then you're also going to get a 9-ounce customized director circle candle. So you're going to get that your own label on there for director circle on a 9-ounce candle of your choice of whatever fragrances we have available at the time. And then obviously the pendant that we talked about. Then for Ruby, now again, these are my mock-ups. You're going to receive some sort of charm that will include a gemstone. All right, so this is the one I like the best, but you'll have something similar that will have something that includes the gemstone that matches the level and will be a charm. So this is just again, a mock-up. So you'll receive this, you'll receive the charm. Again, you'll get the image, your personalized image. And now you're going to get a 16-ounce customized director circle candle with your choice of fragrance of whatever available fragrance we have. And then this Ruby Eternity charm. And then for Sapphire, you're moving up where you get all of the things we just talked about, but now you're going to get a 20-ounce customized director candle. So on our signature candle, we're going to put that custom label on there and your choice of available fragrances and your charm. And Emerald, you will get your Emerald Eternal Charm along with everything else and that candle. And then for Diamond Director, you're going to get that 20-ounce candle, your charm, and look what they're going to get, a director's chair. So that's going to be really fun for that level. So again, Diamond Director, you also get a director chair. And then the final level that we're going to talk about is our double diamond. So here's our double diamond. You get everything that we talked about. You get that pendant. You'll have little double diamonds on there. But then you also get these fleece jacket. And see, I showed a men and a women's. And again, these are mock-ups, but they will have the new Director Circle logo on them in a fleece jacket for those of you that hit the double diamond level. So that is our Director Circle. So what do you think, Bob? I think that's the first time you've seen it more finalized.
I want to give a lot of jackets away.
Me too. Me too. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. You know how much I love recognition, so I'm looking forward to recognizing a lot of people for this. And again, whether you sell, whether you want to build a team or do both, you pick it. And hopefully you're making notes of what do you want to earn and putting that down on your goals. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about today was customer connections and building a brand during a pandemic, because we hear so much that, well, Kim, I can't sell because my whole state is shut down. Well, everybody's state is pretty much shut down, but there are some creative people out there that are making it happen without necessarily having to have that one-on-one contact, and they're having great success. So I wanted to invite Jamie to join us today. She's joining us from Colorado. Jamie, can you hear us?
I sure can.
Hi, Jamie. So just a little story about this. I was actually watching your upline, Callie Elder, was doing a little video in her VIP page. And actually, I think it's your team page. And she was talking about this great idea that one of her team had, and, you know, all about customers and reaching out. And I heard it and I'm like, do you think Jamie would share this on the event? And again, I appreciate you guys because I didn't give you much notice. So they're like, sure, I'll do it. So Jamie, will you share this great idea that you had with everyone?
Sure. I was over actually visiting with Callie one day, and we were just kind of talking about how I wanted to not so much sell to my customers, but thank them for being a customer in 2020. So I thought, what can I do to thank them, but also kind of throw a sell in there, but not. So we came up,
right?
right. So we thought, well, what about the mini melts? The mini melts go through the mail, doesn't cost any more than a stamp. So I thought, what if we were to write a Happy New Year card, thanking them for their business, and enjoy this melt to get them started off in the new year. We can also write in there what fragrances are coming out in January, and to reach out if they need any help. So in my thank you card, I just put Happy New Year, included a melt, and my business card.
Yep, and I just love that personal message, because I think, you know, the more we are on computers and everything's electronic and everything, I think these personal notes mean more than anything. You know, when you get these in the mail, it's like, you know, I almost get surprised when I get even Christmas cards these days, because everyone's doing them through email and things like that. So I just love this idea. And how many, do you know how many customers? I know that was with Callie's, like, she's like, do you even realize how many customers you have? And I think she said she had like 56, and it really does make you go through and look and see how many that you have that maybe we haven't thanked lately.
I think I counted 48 cards that I need to get out by the end of this week.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And again, it takes a little time, but it's definitely worth the time. It's very valued, I think, especially from the people receiving it. And like you said, if it's just a stamp, especially if you just keep it to the one with your business card, you said that a stamp covers it, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I love that. I mean, it's like,
that's my favorite card.
your business card?
Yeah, that's the one I use.
Yep. Yeah, I love that. And it's nice too. We have a lot of new templates for them to choose from too, that Lowell put out there for them. So if you're looking to refresh your business card and the look for the new year too, those are available. So great idea. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Jamie. I really appreciate you taking the time and for the short notice of joining us today. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Jamie.
You're welcome.
And next I have Jody Zavala, who's joining us from Peoria, Arizona. Jody, you with us?
I am. Hi, everybody.
Hi. How's it going? I know we talked earlier and you're from the gym. You just look beautiful.
Well, yeah, thankfully for you guys. Well, Kim just asked me to kind of briefly go over something that we had trained on at our team meeting in, was it November in California? Can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was, yes.
Yeah. And one of the things I think, because Jamie, you know, when she's reaching out to her customers, which is a great idea. I mean, creating that relationship. And when they think, I need a candle, they're going to think of Jamie because they've received a card from her. Jamie, you know, probably keeps in touch with them, you know, in her VIP page or whatever she does. But their first thought, a candle, Jamie. So, and then as we kind of learn this new career plan and we decide, I do want to grow a team, I do want to build, I want to have, you know, I want to help others be successful. One of the things I think that happens is we start to look at our customers, and we look at our customers as potential team members because, you know, they buy so many candles from us and they know exactly which ones they love, and they almost sometimes give suggestions. And then you bringing more customers to you because they're such a fan of the candles. So that leads to people joining your team. And one of the things that I used to do when I first, you know, started in this industry is I would think of somebody and then I'd be like, oh, I need to ask her if she wants to join. And then it would kind of go away and I would forget it, you know? And so years ago, somebody showed me a leads list, and I think has it on screen. Yeah. Oh, so yes. We went over this at our meeting, and you know, I've had people joke around like, oh, it's your hit list, it's your this, it's your that. It's really for you as a distributor with Niabella to kind of keep your thoughts organized. And it also helps not to overwhelm people who are not ready to hear about it all the time. So this is an organization really truly for you. I have a blank one here. Mine actually in my car. It's pretty tore up. They do get because you're constantly writing on them. I take it with me wherever, because I'm always thinking, and when I think of someone, I quickly jot it down. Now, you surely could make a list in your phone just as easily, but I kind of visual of this. I like seeing it. I like seeing the name. So here's how it works. If somebody is placed on your hot list, that typically means that they are somebody that's told, I'm pretty serious about joining. I really want more information. I really think I want to do this. Another person that might be on your hot list is somebody that maybe was your team in another company. Maybe it's somebody that just left their other company or whatever, something like that. It also could be, like I said with Jamie, if you have a really good customer that basically is selling the candles for you already to all her friends and family, that's a hot list person. And that is somebody that you would reach out to once a month with join specials. I think once a month for something like that is a fit. If you're calling about candle fragrances and specials, I say every couple of weeks. But when somebody's on your hot list, they're ready. They're ready to join. Someone on your warm list is somebody that's kind of mentioned it, toyed with the idea. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe they're going on vacation soon. Maybe they're building a house or they've got stuff going on, but they want you can see the potential. They're not really sure, but you don't want to bombard them every month with joining information. You know, maybe every quarter. That's kind of your time frame for someone that's on your warm list. And again, this is for you. This is just for you to organize your thoughts and then contact appropriately, because nothing than somebody that contacts you every week about this great, big, wonderful opportunity. So, and then someone on your cold list that's not a bad thing. It's just somebody that, you know, maybe they were on your team at one time, maybe they're not ready, maybe they're going through some things. They've told you no, but they still buy a ton of candles. You know that they would be wonderful at it. They may need some extra help, those kinds of things. And sometimes people move around the list. Sometimes they go from cold to warm. Sometimes they go from warm to hot. Sometimes they go from hot to cold. People can move around all the time, but they don't come off. They never come off the list until they join. So that's the crucial thing. That's why you may have to reprint one and move the name and start over every few months. But this has been a huge tool for me and several people on our team, because it helps you organize your thoughts and you won't forget who you were going to speak to. So that's it. I hope that helps.
Yes, thank you very much. You know, I love this when you presented at that team meeting too. And I think there was someone that was it Mary that was at the meeting? She's like, I just called somebody and they want to work. It's like,
yeah.
It's amazing when you just reach out to people, right?
Right. That's right. Organized.
So thank you very much, Jody. I appreciate that. And again, I'll have this posted out there too. This was Jody's. We just we had something similar with that at Gold Canyon, but we just rebranded it Mia Bella's, and now it's a great tool for all of you guys to use. So I appreciate that. And then my next guest, I just saw him pop up, Joaquin Rodriguez from Massachusetts. So it's probably pretty chilly there, huh? So, and he was really last minute. I appreciate you joining us today, because I know I literally reached out to him yesterday and said, I've been seeing all your great posts. Would you be willing to join us and share what you're doing? Because again, you are totally showing us that you can do this during a pandemic.
Definitely. Kim, you guys can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Well, first of all, Kim, listen, you know, I congratulations and welcome on board. It's incredible the work you're doing. It's incredible, Bob, the work you guys are doing. I could tell you that I've been with this company since 2004. And when I started, the jars looked like this. Maybe Bob remembers this. All right. So I keep a lot of the old stuff around. But yeah, since 2004, and just to give you guys a little snapshot, I live in Western Massachusetts in a small town called Holyoke. There's about 40,000 residents. I'm 40 to 45 minutes away from one of our competitors, which is the Y Company, where their flagship store is at and where they produce all these candles. So I literally live in the state where you got a lot of Y dedicated, hardcore customers, right? But that has changed throughout the years. But I think what I found was that not everybody is online. Not everybody shops online. And as much as I've been talking with people, and as you know, and as much as I present to folks, because I do this every day besides my other job, you know, I was finding myself trying to figure out what besides online, you know, what's another approach, and you know, and I've been doing it even way before this pandemic, but what I've been doing really, guys, is, you know, the catalogs, which are great. I started buying, you know, these plastic bags, and I order like 1,000. You can see some pictures. That's my office there. I lined up catalogs. Everything. I order the labels. I put labels on the catalog. Everything has labels. And you know, my full-time job. I'm a manager, and I manage a large team, and I do a lot of community work. I do a lot of work with folks in the community and resources. So I pretty much was using what I was doing before, a lot of the outreach and door to door, so with the catalogs, what I do, I take a day. Sometimes I go twice a week, and I bag up as many catalogs, and I'll just go from home to home. Can't put things in mailbox, but I put it on people's doors. Every catalog I put a sample with my business card. If you look at that sample there, because, you know, I go to stores and talk to people, hand out stuff. And one day it hit me, I said, you know, so let me leave a sample, right? You know, when they go to open the door, they're going to find a sample. I could tell you the response, the people reaching out, the people calling has been interesting. So, you know, I've been doing that a lot. I created my own door hangers, which I also put out there. I mail stuff out. I got a stamp that I stamp things out. I created another business card that says, "We make sense and you make dollars." Another one when I'm recruiting. I could tell you I recruited a lot of people, but unfortunately, what I learned throughout the years, as much as training and support you give for folks, this isn't for everyone, but I continue to share. I have tons of customers that I follow up with. I keep track of them. Every jar that I sell, I put the label on the back. I put my business card in there, because one day I had sold something to somebody who relocated to another state. And guess what? They had this jar, and because they had the information, they reached out. Everybody I sell, I do a customer slip, because at the end of the year, you know, for taxes purposes and all that. I also ordered some wristband that you see, it says, it's got my website, it says Mia Bella Candles, that I give to certain people. A lot of people wear them, and it's really just a reminder. And sometimes I put this in the jars. So a lot of door to door. I just take days, catalog distribution. Don't put nothing in mailbox because it's illegal. The cards, I put it out a lot. That's my dentist there. But it was interesting that these guys been working with me for months, and because of the pandemic, you know, they have given me certain time so they could work on some dental stuff. And you know, these guys have done a great job. So design a candle, a thank you one. I could tell you that I have done this with other people, especially with the memory one. And I could tell you guys the impact that has. I designed one for a friend of mine that I think it was their dad who passed. Now this is a CEO of a big company out here. I could tell you that he called me crying, really appreciated. He was so grateful. He's a guy who buys candles. He's a guy that's got some ideas for me. But you know, the personalized candles as a gift, it's been incredible. And what I do, and I do this a lot, When I sell a candle, I tell people, listen, it's okay if I could take your picture because I want to put you on my business page. So I'm just documenting and taking pictures of just local folks, really important people in the community that are either buying my candle, I gave it to them as a gift, and I highlighted it in my Facebook so people could see. So a lot of that, and this is, you know, every day, a candle here, catalogs out there. And it's interesting because just recently a friend of mine's opened up a store where she's selling religious items and things like that. She sends me a message through Facebook. She said, hey, listen, Joaquin, I opened up my business, and if it's okay, if you like, you could drop off your catalogs or your business cards. And I said, wow, okay. So what I tell people every time I sell them a product, I tell them, all I ask is, could you do me a big favor? Just share my information with family and friends. That's all I ask. So I'm really asking for referrals. But because I ran out of catalogs and I got to wait till the new ones come in, I went into, and I ordered this some time ago from Vistaprint, something called a mini desktop. I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, this is something, it's got my information. It's got something to hold it. So I'm going to bring this to her store, which she could put it in a nice little corner with my business cards. And, you know, they're going to help market my candle business. So that's what I've been doing through this pandemic, man, just going heads on and meeting people where they're at. A lot of people that have been buying, you know, again, I'm always asking them, you know, listen, there's a great way of getting, I don't mind selling these candles to you at retail, but let me show you where you could get them at wholesale. So I've been doing that a lot. Pictures, I do a lot. Like Bob, giving out, you know, as much as I can, samples. But what's been interesting, guys, and you know, and I hope people take advantage, but, you know, the technology we have, and these platforms like Facebook and Twitter and all that, I could tell you since the pandemic, I've been using it pretty much constantly. And I advertise in a lot of these groups. I could tell you last month, I got 26 orders. Wow. I'm sitting in Massachusetts and I'm getting orders from Ohio, Kentucky, Florida, Puerto Rico, Wyoming, Las Vegas, and the list goes on. And I'm sitting in my little 2-bedroom apartment, but I'm advertising. And every week I'm putting on an ad. And thank you, Kim, for putting those pictures. And it's incredible. But I noticed that my sales, I could tell you that last October, my commission check was $17.18. This October was $239, and it keeps going up. So I'm always picturing people buying these products in these states. I don't know them, but I do got the information. So I always mail them a new catalog so they could know. But I always pictured these candles are in these people's homes. And I know when they run out, guess what? They're going to order them again. So exhaust all platforms, exhaust all venues, you know, don't be afraid to, you know, put a little sample in somebody's car. Don't be afraid of hanging a catalog or asking somebody to do you a favor, because it's incredible what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I know that I'm so impressed by you, because I know, like you talked about the image, the minute I post something, he's using it. Like I see it, it's like he's posted on his page. I'm like, you are like that. So impressive and and creative. Like I said, you know, we all can have excuses, right? Yeah. But you find a way around them, and very creative.
Well, I think too, Kim, you know, again, it's a candle. It's not rocket science. We just have, like Bob says, we just have the best candle. Still a lot of people don't know it. And I could tell you, when I show a candle and I open it, people smell it. I get the wow factor. Then they want to touch it, right? Because of the crystalline. And then I give them my 2-minute spiel, and it's pretty much over. And what I find also in this part of town, I don't know if my time is up, but we also have a lot of folks that, you know, are on a fixed income, right? There's tons of people out here. Got a lot of people that are seniors that they buy candles. There's a lot of people that I you know, give these things on credit, or, you know, pay me on the first. And I find myself certain days picking $20 here, $60 here, $80 here. By the end of the week, I picked up a few $100s. And, you know, like Bob says, you know, it's just putting cash in your pocket. I'm just doing it more and more for those who don't order online. Every week I'm picking up a few $100s in cash, and it's a great feeling.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you for being with us that long. You know, it's what it's about. It's about the average person going out there and putting some real cash in their pocket. Right. And the dreams can get bigger. And that dream is the basis of the whole company. It's the bread and butter, the brick and mortar. It's the foundation of who we are. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, I wanted to show, you know, we've been talking a lot about these mini melts, and I think, you know, there might be people that don't know about them. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that we do have packs of 100 mini melts, like they've shown, like they've all used with their customers, and they're individually bagged. So they're $24.95, and they are available through your back office. And there's angel wings, chili vanilla, hot apple pie, odor no more, and sweet orange and chili pepper are available. Now, Bob said they're still pouring. Some of them might be online right now, and some of them may not. You may have to wait for some of them because they're you know, kind of tasking, right, for production, because you have to bag all of them, pour them all, bag them all. So they're working really hard to get the inventories up on these. Which one did you say we had quite a bit of the chili vanilla, Bob? Was that one we had higher amounts on?
Chili vanilla and odor no more.
Odor no more.
They just build a lot of them. We have one person that does that. They sit there and they bag all day, one at a time. So I'll tell you a quick funny story. You'll love this. So it's during the anthrax epidemic many years ago. And before we had anything like this, people used to take a votive and shave it. And they used to put it in bags, and it looked like cocaine, but it was different colors. And this lady used to put them in with her bills. And she paid her taxes at the courthouse in Atlanta. And she put the sample in there of the product in powder form. And they shut down the whole building. And guess who got the call? Me. So that's how it all started, with samples and passing out samples to people as a little gift, and tell them to go to the website and enter the free drawing, because people like free and the drawing. And so we developed a mini melt. It takes a little extra labor for us to put it together, but it's a powerful, clean look, and just to pass out a quick gift in 20 seconds.
Yep, love it. And, you know, tools, and I know we have these. Bob put out a special today, buy two, get two free. And you might be saying, well, guys, the catalog's ending the end of this month, but you can still use these. I mean, look, you can put your own sticker on there, ask me for a current catalog, and you have your personal information on there so that they call you back for the new one. And also there's options of, I love this, I think Denise shared this with me. You could print off a little piece of paper and put it in there with your personal information. And so the date on this catalog may be old, just look inside and you'll be sold. Many great products you will see. Call me to learn how to get some for free. So I love that. So that's just something that you could easily print off and just put in the front of the catalog. But it's a great deal. Buy two, get two free packs. I mean, use them. Go ahead and use them. This because a lot of the fragrances are still available, not all of them. But again, it's a good reason for them to contact you or for you to contact them when you have new ones. So take advantage of that offer.
I had somebody write on, this was last year and the year before, they would buy all the extra catalogs and they would put on, call me for the 2018 catalog or 2019 catalog. In this case, you could put a sticker on there that says, you know, reach out for the 2021 catalog. And so it's just a way to put information out there at half the price.
Yep.
I think we have about 300 packs left or something like that, 400.
I used to do that, especially if we were traveling, and I would leave them at, you know, little stores along the way, leave them at the car wash, leave them laying around. You'd be surprised, leave them in, you know, shoe stores, just leave them laying around, nail salons, just drop a couple in when you go in to get, you know, any kind of a service, hair salons, leave the old ones there. Never throw away catalogs.
Yeah, I believe it's under specials in the back office. So you're looking for it.
So for the catalogs, Bob, are you automatically doing that, or is it a special
No,
that they have to add that?
Autumn, I'm going to put you on mute for a second. I think where you can go on. I'm going to double check with Brian. I think it's under specials. It's an item code.
Okay. You'll get back with us on that. So great. All right. Well, I got a message from after we did the rewards plan, that first call. And right away, I get a message from Kylie and from Shelly saying, we have a great mantra that we think fits, strive for 5. And so I said, I love it. Guess what? Let's come on my event and you can share all about it. So I asked Kylie. Shelly, I think, is actually working, but they worked on this together. This was their baby. Fortunately, Tom quickly put a fun logo together for us that we can all use, but I think this is a great way to tie in all of the new rewards plan, and all of the new recognition is under Strive for 5. So Kylie, are you here with us? I know Shelly's not, but here's Shelly, so you know what she looks like, Shelly and her husband. She's from Walling, Tennessee, and then Kylie is from Brentwood. You there, Kylie?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
There she is. Yes,
hello.
I can hear you.
This has been a great call. Thank you. Tom did a great job with that logo. I love it. It's better than I had. So
it's awesome.
Mine was very basic. Well, just to reiterate what you said, when we saw the new rewards plan and we saw the director, we saw that, oh, because we're constantly thinking of ways to build leaders on our team. And we noticed that director, to hit that level for sponsoring, you need at least 5 personally sponsored active frontline. So we were talking and we're like, hey, strive for 5. And that was something that we were going to present to our team, say, hey, strive for 5. So when you came out last week, we told you, hey, we're going to be striving for 5. Little did I know what you had in your back pocket with all the fun circles, seller circle and stuff. So that's what we wanted to focus on for the people that wanted to build a team and to encourage their team to do the same. And then they will be on their path to promote to director. Of course, only sponsoring 5 is just a small part of it, but it gets you on the road to success on reaching that director level, which is the director to slowly getting up the steps, climbing the steps of the ladder of the rewards plan. But then, next slide, you brought in the seller circle. Well, go to the seller circle. Well, you can show the director circle. It doesn't matter because it's the same thing. Because if you got there, you got the director circle. But we were excited also about the seller circle because you guys made it even better because you can apply the same mantra to sales. So, which you would want to be doing to those 5 people that you strived for, that you got to join your team already. You want them to be focusing on their sales also and applying that to their business if they want to grow a team. But just using this level, the first level for quarter 1, you know, I know you said you don't have to do everything the same every month, Kim, but if you just simply, I don't like setting goals for minimums, but I do have goals. I like to shoot for the moon. And even if I miss, I'll land among the stars. But if you set a little minimum to be like, okay, well, I'm not going to go below this amount. But if you strive to have at least 500, you strive for 500 every month in personal commissional volume, then you are definitely for sure going to hit that first level. And what are you going to strive for 5%. But of course, I want you to keep going further. But if you set that at your minimum and use that mantra, you can carry that into the seller circle as well. And of course, you want to share that with your team because getting back to becoming a director, you need the 2,500 group volume. So if you only had 5 people, I mean, of course, once you sponsor, don't just stop at 5, just keep on going and keep sponsoring. You're just striving for 5. But mantras are only as good as the saying that you say them. You have to put some action behind them. So we thought about that. And, you know, it was funny on the last call, I believe, when Charlie shared with us that he mentioned his simple idea of contacting 5 people a day. And there again, strive for 5. So you can keep that mantra again with your daily business. And the wonderful ideas that am I saying his name? Joaquin shared with us, and that Jamie shared with us, and that Jody shared with us. You know, I personally have never been good about writing long, drawn out strategic plan. Kim will be the first to tell you. I have to keep things very simple. And with the Strive for 5, you can do that. I love how Jody shared the leads list with us, of the hot, cold, hot, warm, cold. And I mean, you could use that list along with like your daily planner, a piece of paper, notes on your phone. Just simply put 5 circles. Put 5 circles and make it a point to connect with 5 people a day. And you can maybe put 5 bigger circles if you're focusing on striving for 5 new team members. And using that list, going back and forth to that list, crossing those off and making those connections with the customers, with former customers that from maybe your other business who you haven't connected with, to tell them about Pomegranate, friends, referrals for fundraisers. So, and using Jody's list that she shared, you know, as you're using your little circle list, you could put stars by people who you think might be interested in joining, and then seeing if they're hot, cold, or warm. So it's great. You know, you always want to be planting a seed, and reaching out to people and using the Strive for 5 is going to be amazing. You know, our business is very simple. We have great gifts to share. We have fragrance, we have human connection, and then we also have extra income, and everybody likes extra income. But the beauty of sharing those gifts is that they reward everybody involved. And one thing that I can promise all of you is that you will be amazed how much your business will thrive when you strive for 5. So go for it, no matter which direction you're going for. Strive for 5.
Look at Bob's got my 5. I'm all in.
Yes. You go 5, 5. We'll sing that. Strive for 5 now. We'll steal that from Subway.
Oh, well, thank you, Kylie. I really appreciate that. And it kind of talks to our product strategy too. I mean, why do you think we want to give you something new at least once a month? Because we all want to have something new to go back to our customers to, right? So that helps with that communication and, you know, getting those 5 contacts every day. So you don't feel like you're a broken record, but when you have something new to talk to them about, that makes it even easier for you to have that conversation. So, you know, hopefully you guys are writing down these goals, because there's something fun we're going to do at the end of this event. So I'm hoping you're tracking these and making your list of what you want to hit. So thank you so much, Kylie and Shelly. I'm sorry she couldn't join us, but thank you both for this great idea. And I wanted to remind you today too, obviously, that pomegranate is available. And we talked about 2 distributors through your back office. And then on the 15th, it will be available through your websites for your customers. So that is available today. And I know they're selling like crazy. I know I talked to Mike this morning. He's like, they're flying off the shelves. And he's prepared. No worries, guys. He has been pouring his little heart out. So there's plenty out there. But keep ordering. They're there, and they are part of that buy 11, get 1 free as well. So take advantage of that for that offer through your back office. And then available to your retail customers today, because remember our strategy, you now have the chocolate jet strawberry and your romance candles are available through your website as well as through your back office. So those are 2 great fragrances. I know I've been burning them, put my Christmas stuff away, and I've been burning those, and I love them, especially the romance. I just love that one. Love that fragrance. So I hope you've had opportunity to order yours and use them and share your story about them, right? That's how you sell them. Share your story. So then I wanted to share just something fun. I was in the dollar store, which I know a lot of people love to go. It's amazing what's in there. And with Valentine's coming in, I just had this affordable gift idea. Now, again, you know how the dollar store is. It's hit or miss what's in there. But I happened to go into a couple and found them in both places. But I found these cute little boxes, and I have it here with me too. But they're just cute little boxes that open up a little mailbox, and they're $1. And they happened to have two different prints on them. And you can see where that candle fits perfectly in there. So what a cute little gift box. No offense, men, but for those men that are last minute shoppers, you know, for their honeys, that you can give this to them in a really inexpensive, all packaged for them, and give them one of our chocolate dipped strawberries or that romance that they can buy. So
I'm getting one of those today for my wife.
There you go. See, and it won't be last minute. You still have plenty of time. All month to get these Valentine's gifts. So that's just another, so you can kind of see the size, because I know sometimes it's hard to see that. But so fun. Again, it's kind of random when you find them, but I was in 2 different stores and found them. So take a look in the dollar store. Always a great idea. They have great boxes. I know I was in Walmart, they had like a little tin that you could see through, but those were like $3. So I like to keep the dollar, love the dollar amount, but lots of different things that you guys can do with those. Well, then I also talked about your goals, right? Remember this image? So here's what's going to happen. You send me your goals for first quarter, right? Because everything we're kind of doing around the quarter. So what are your goals for first quarter? Do you want to earn something through the seller circle, something you want to hit that director circle? What is it that you want to do? What about your contacts? How many people are you going to be contacting? How many team members do you have? And it's really important that you write this very nicely, because the last time I did this, I had to limit it because I really personalized your goals, because some of them were like one little sentence thing. So I, made them a little nicer. So know that whatever goals you submit to me, that's how I'm going to post it. So make it pretty and put some thought into it. And then send me what picture you want. Now, this can be you and your significant other, you and your dog, you and your kids. I don't care. Whatever you want to put into that romance image, we'll put it in there for you. And send those to me along with your photo to me at kim.geringer@centteam.com. It's cent-team.com. And the deadline is Friday, because I want to get these goals in. You got them thinking. I don't want you to wait. I want you to put them down and get them to me as soon as possible. But again, so that I don't have to limit this, right? We have a deadline, but I'm not going to limit how many people can do this. You need to write your own goals, and I will post them as you give them to me, okay? So I'm just going to copy and paste them in my post and post your picture out there for everybody to see. And what happens when you put your goals out there, right? You're accountable, right? You put it out there, you wrote it down, and now you got to put the steps to make it happen, and be thinking about that too. Not just what you want, but how are you going to get there? And you got a lot of great tools today to help you to set your steps and how you want to hit those goals. So I'm really excited about that. So anything you want to say on goals at all about them setting their goals? Bob, I know you've had a couple nice posts out there this weekend.
About goals? Well, yeah, I mean, I have my little fortune cookie here, and it's updated all the time with company goals and personal goals. And a lot of times I miss them, and I just rewrite them, and I work harder, and I look at them almost every day. I go through my goals and go, okay, have I done what I needed to do today? Did I talk to my 5 people? I work with the number 10. And when I was building, I used to walk around with 10 stones or 10 pennies in my pocket, and I would move them over as I talked, and I would not go home until I passed out those 10 samples. Now I'm going back to when it was skincare. When I started in the industry, I was taught to do goals. I never did goals, and I taught that they work. And so, yeah, it's about just making yourself accountable for doing what you need to do to build your business. It's easy to say, I want to make $5,000 a month and go fishing. And so what do I need to do to get that? What are the baby steps I need to do to get to that? It doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it does. I call that the lottery. You hit the lottery. For most people, it takes some effort to go out there and build relationships with people. So I found these, got my 5, I'm all in. I have maybe 100 of these or 2. So starting January 1st, because some people did bring some people in, I think. So when you get your 5 people in the business, I'm going to put this in your next order. And then I'll find out where we got them, and I'll have to buy more, and I'll do that. So strive for 5. I got it. So these will go in the mail starting January 1st. Get your 5 people and send me a message, and we're going to send it off. I've got the little stand that goes with it. And I had to go search it. So while you were talking, I ran out the warehouse and found it.
Yay, Bob, I love it.
Okay, I got my 5. I got my 5 35 years ago.
I just love how things come together, huh? How things come together. So fun.
Yes, meant to be.
Said, all your stuff just went into this 5. I'm like, yep, it was meant to be. Absolutely. And that's why I kind of did it by the quarter too, because if you sit down and make your year, that can be overwhelming. And so I wanted to kind of take a baby steps. That's why I think it's good to start with first quarter. And then again, when we get to that second quarter, we'll do it again, and we'll have something fun like this again for you guys to be able to do. But let's just take baby steps, and together we can make this happen. And I saw this great quote from Kathy Mahady put this out there yesterday, and I put this, I love this. She said, love this acronym, FAIL, first attempt in learning. She says, allow room for mistakes. It means you're growing, getting better, getting that much closer to dreams. Stop failing means we stop trying, means we stop learning, means we don't reach our goals. So here's to failing in 2021. I just love that. And then Allison would comment, yes, and the more times you fail, the closer you are to success, because you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you are trying. I say go for the no's. The more no's you get, the closer you are to that yes. You never take no personally. Absolutely don't take it personally. And then Kathy also said, she remembers an analogy when being told no. She said she used to not be a coffee drinker. So when out in a restaurant for breakfast and the waitress would ask, would you like coffee? My answer was, no, thank you. Nothing personal to her, nothing wrong with the way she presented the offer, or nothing wrong with the pricing of the item or the quality of the product or the brand, just not my preference. But I am a coffee drinker now, so never stop asking. One day the answer may very change from a no, thank you, to yes, absolutely. So thank you, Kathy, for sharing that. And I'm going to end on her quote that she also, Kathy, sorry, I'm stealing your stuff, but you put it in my builder group, I'm going to use it. That's what it's for, right? That's why I love it. Results happen over time, not overnight. Work hard, stay consistent, and be patient. And I think you guys will be amazing at the results that you will see. So I want to thank everybody who joined us today, especially so much for the short notice that I gave you. You did such a phenomenal job, all of you. Thank you so much, added so much value to this event. So thank you. Yes, applaud all of you. You did so fantastic. I'm so excited about this new year. I know, Bob, I know we've been talking, it's going to be a great 2021. Great things are happening. So you guys enjoy the rest of the day, and you'll be hearing from us next on the 15th. We're going to have some more news for you, so stay tuned for that. Because we keep talking about new fragrances, so I have another new fragrance to announce for you on the 15th. So be looking for a communication on that. So you guys all enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining us. And have a great day. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.